Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. We're kind of in the middle of a series of beers from Second Story Ale Works brewery in Tokushima. Recently I reviewed three of their beers with Mark Melly, the author of Craft Beer in Japan, the Essential Guide. And I wish I had Mark with me now to review. I've got three more beers from them to look at, and Mark knows them quite well. He knows the brewer, and he's visited the brewery. Second Story Ale Works started in 2018, so not too long ago, in Tokushima, Japan, which is Tokushima is a city in Ehime Prefecture, which is one of the four prefectures of Shikoku Island, they're actually, the brewery is not, it's kind of outside the city in the countryside, and the name comes from the fact that they started the brewery in the second story of the brewer's in-laws' house, I think above the garage of their house, and they began bottling from 2019, and generally people say that don't, the kind of cardinal rule of establishing a brewery is don't put it on the second floor, but according to Mark, the fermenters are on the first floor. I'm not sure about the brew kit, the kettle and that sort of thing, but in any case, interesting name, and it was started by a couple, a man named Pat Brown, who was the brewer, and his wife, Yuki, who is the, I guess, the manager and the owner of the company. And he'd been homebrewing for a long time, and he moved to Bend, Oregon, which is quite a brewing town. For example, Deschutes is started there, Boneyard, and several others. And he took a university brewing course, and then they came to Japan, and apparently he'd been here before a number of times, but decided to start the brewery, and the location that they found seemed just right. And it is in a farming area, and they use apparently lots of local products in their beer. And so, for example, we just had reviewed one with local raspberries and strawberries and brown rice from the area as well. So we're going to look at several beers more from them, and I do have a playlist. You can check those out. I have a playlist of about 20 beers from Second Story Ale Works. And in fact, one of their beers, the Farmhouse Americano, was one of the finest beers I had last year. I reviewed it in last year, and then also in the my top beers of the year video. So you can check those out. On Rate Beer, there are 41 beers listed for this brewery, and on Untapped, 61 beers with an average rating of 3.75. So pretty high overall, definitely. So a lot of people haven't heard of this brewery, especially if they're in the Tokyo area, I think. I'm not sure if they get as much recognition, but they certainly do deserve it, and I'm going to look at three more beers from them. Okay? All right. And here is another beer from Second Story Ale Works. This very interesting brewery, rather new, 2018, established in Tokushima, Shikoku, Japan. And this beer is called Second Story Ale Works Twins El Dorado. And this is in their Twins series. I'm not sure how many, if they made in the past, I don't think so, but this may be the first set of Twins. We reviewed one with Chinook, and this one is using El Dorado hops. It's a 6.5% IPA, and I think the malt bill was the same, and hop bill was the same for the Chinook version. and so bittered with Cascade and Columbus, and then dry hopped with El Dorado hops. On rate beer, there's only one rating, and it's pretty high, 4.0 out of 5. And on Untapped, there are 11 ratings, and the average score is 3.7 for that. Okay, and if you notice on the label, these two identical twins, and these one of them is the brewer's father, and the other is his uncle. So his father was a twin, and according to a friend of mine who knows the brewer, he said that, or I think it's on the website, I can't remember, but the father saw this picture and said he couldn't remember which one was him. So, in any case, so this should be interesting with El Dorado dry hopping. I'm looking forward to it, and let's give it a go. This has a drink by date of November 2nd, and we're about 3 months away from that. Okay, it is very clear, maybe a little bit of chill haze. Carbonation is less substantial than it was in the other one, the Chinook Twins beer. But and about a finger of rather fluffy, kind of frothy head, a little bit sticky lace on the sides, maybe off-white. Very pretty. Okay, and yeah, this one has quite a bit of citrus, something darker behind it, some stone fruit perhaps, light, some peach, apricot maybe. Yeah, I think it's probably concentrated apricot. This one smells like it's going to be sweeter than the Chinook one, which I would expect with the hopping difference, the Chinook versus El Dorado. This is El Dorado. Okay. I'm getting a lot of Cascade in the initial. Some sweet fruit. Definitely something like apricot or peach. With a lot of kind of concentrated citrus going on in the background too as well. And I assume that's from the Cascade hops. It is sweeter definitely than the Chinook version. Yeah. Pleasant. I think I like this better than the Chinook one. The Chinook one seemed to have something missing. It seemed incomplete, and this is very well rounded. It goes through nice palate stages from the citrus to the stone fruit. Yeah, and it finishes a little bit sweeter than definitely sweeter than the Chinook one. Overall more satisfying, I think. Even the body seems better. This is definitely a winner. Yeah, so if you want to try this and you live in Japan, you can easily obtain this by going to the Second Story Ale Works website and ordering from them. They have a series of sets where you can order these beers. And a variety of others as well. So this is a brewery that deserves to be much better recognized in Japan, I think. I think maybe they're getting some attention in the Kansai region, but I'm not sure about other places. Of course, during the coronavirus time, it's difficult for any brewery to get themselves, known through the bar or restaurant industry because people aren't going out as much, and breweries are not selling kegs as much as they used to. So that will change. We'll see. I think coronavirus numbers are going down here, and the vaccination number went over almost 55%, which is higher than the U.S. now, and so. I'm sorry, not 50. Over U.S. is 55%. Japan, I think, is maybe around 70 now. I'm not sure, but the numbers are higher of vaccinated people, and the number of cases are declining as opposed to the U.S. So, I think things may start opening up, and we can get out more. And I hope that benefits all breweries, Second Story Ale Works included. Okay, well, that's enough for today. Give it a go. Okay, El Dorado. Twins El Dorado IPA, dry hopped with El Dorado hops, 6.5% from Second Story. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Single hopping is an interesting activity, and I think brewers, some brewers do try this out with a series of single hop beers, sometimes more successfully than others. So, all right, you take care. Bye bye.